Hey everybody, today we're going to do a video teaching you how to do something that's not often needed, but when it is, it's good to know how to do it. It's very simple. Now just change the thermostat in your Civic or Integra CRX. Pretty much almost all Hondas are the same, whether it be single cam or twin cam. The thermostat's basically in the same position and it's pretty much the same spot. We're actually going to do several how-to videos with this new car. I just picked this up. This is a 97 Integra LS. So far, things I've done to it are lowered the suspension, which you could follow in my how to lower your Honda video, and change the tires and rims. Other than that, it's bone stock. One owner, high mileage, but you can't tell. It's got a few dings and dents that are going to need addressed, but it's a very smooth running 1.8 liter LS, non-VTEC, never been modified. This car still has the original exhaust on it, the original muffler from 97. It's all OEM, nice clean original car. Doesn't have the black interior that I love, but what the interior does have is mint. It's an automatic. This car is going to be a neat little project car because I'm going to teach you all out there how to get performance from your automatic Hondas. I'm going to be turboing this car, and I'm going to keep the air conditioning and power steering. And that's all for another video. It's just a little teaser for now, but today's video we're going to show you how to do the thermostat. In this car, the thermostat appears to be stuck open. The symptoms of that are it's nice and cold outside, and the more you drive, the lower the temperature gauge goes. The temperature gauge just keeps going down, 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 down. The heat keeps getting cooler, blowing out of the vents. That's an indication that the thermostat is not closing. For those of you who don't know what a thermostat's job is, without a thermostat in place, the water pump would just keep circulating water through the radiator and through the block non-stop. And what that can do, if you get a lot of cold air and a good heavy, and you have a radiator that's, you know, adequate size, is that can bring the temperature too low in the engine. The thermostat's job is to act like a valve. It opens and closes as needed. When it senses the temperature gets, like for example, this is a 180 degree thermostat that I got today. That's stock temperature. Whenever the temperature gets, until the temperature gets to 180, the thermostat stays closed. That lets the engine get up to 180 degrees temperature quickly. The water's not able to circulate fast. Once it gets to 180, it opens, it lets the water circulate, and that keeps it there. And the thermostat will go open and close, hovering the temperature gauge around the 180 degree mark. So that's how a thermostat works. What we're going to do today is change this one. First step is I got the car up in the air. Next step is I like to use kitty litter pans, as you guys all know. These are awesome catch pans. They're huge and they're deep. That is going to be to catch the coolant that leaks out. But the thermostat on all these Hondas and Integras is right here. And that housing you see there that has a couple wires bolted to it, and then you see the radiator clamp. It's in that housing right there. It's pretty easy to get to. You don't have to move a lot of stuff. What we're going to move here today is first we're going to move this air cleaner tube. It's kind of in my way. I'll probably let the air filter box itself in here. We'll get this tube out of the way, and once that's out of the way, we'll pick up the video with what to do next. Okay, hose is off. Next step is going to be to undo the radiator clamp. As you can see, this is not the OEM Honda one. From the factory, this would have had a spring type like this. So somebody's changed the hose, or has been in here before, I don't know. It also appears like they broke this sensor and had it taped. Not sure what's up with that. I'll fix that. And then we also have to undo these grounds right here because this housing is going to come off. So what we got to do is simply just undo this hose, let the coolant drain into the catch can down there, and then undo this housing, the two 10mm bolts that hold this housing on, and this 10mm bolt that holds these wires on, and that'll give us access straight to the thermostat. Alright, hose is off. I'm catching all the fluid as it drains. Now there's going to be two 10mm bolts on that housing right there. You see the first one right up there. The other one's kind of hard to see because it's underneath the sensor there. And you kind of catch a glimpse of it. Just take them two off, out, and we'll pop that housing out. Okay guys, got the housing off. This is what it looks like. Behind it will be a rubber ring that seals and your thermostat. Now, just like I suspected, this one's stuck open. You see the gap in there? Right there. All the way around. We're talking down inside there. See, that's supposed to be a block in the system, and that spring is supposed to push shut that seal right there, and that opens and closes the way my thumb's moving, up and down, up and down, up and down, to let water go through. As you see, it's not closing all the way. That should be closed all the way right now, and it's not, and that's why water was able to continue to flow, and the temperature gauge was just going down and down and down. On a hot summer day, you probably wouldn't notice the thermostat had an issue because it's hotter out, the radiator ain't getting as cold. You can see this one's closed. You see there's no gap in there? This is the new one. So that's what we do now. Now we put the new one back in, and I also got the new seal. I'll show you here. It's going to be hard to hold the phone, so let me pause it and show you how this goes. Okay, as you see, the seal goes around the thermostat. There's a little gap cut out for where this little poppet is. That's kind of a thing that lets water trickle through no matter what. It kind of lets air bubbles and stuff get out of the system when you're bleeding it. And you see on the back, it's got these two nipples, two raised spots. Well, down here inside the housing, there's two. The light ain't going to show you very well, but there's two nipples. There's two indents. Basically, all you do is when you put this back together, put it back in so that those nipples are in the holes like that, right there, just like that. It kind of even wants to stay there on its own. It fits so good. Now the next step then is just going to be to put this housing back over top, bolt it back down, snug it. You don't tighten them very tight, they're very light bolts, and that's it. Thermostat problem will be solved. I got to try to fix this switch somebody broke, or not switch, sensor. So I'm going to do that quick and then pick the video up with putting it back together. Okay, housing's back on, and as you see, I fixed the switch. I just popped the plastic broken piece back out of the plug and super glued it back on. So now last step is just going to be to plug the switch back in like that, tie this back into its spot, put the radiator hose back on, tighten its clamp down, replace the intake tube I took out, top off the coolant, because in the draining process we lost, looks like probably a good quarter to half a gallon. So that's it, guys. I'll pick the video up with the wrap up here, and it's a very simple process. Literally, I mean, not keeping track of time and don't want to fudge it too much, but I would say literally there's probably a 10-minute job. There's no sense paying a garage what they charge to do a thermostat on one of these. I mean, with shooting the video and everything here, it probably took me 15-20 minutes, plus I had to fix that switch, but it's really a super simple job. Okay, boys and girls, that's it. All back together. Top the fluids back off. You might smell antifreeze for a day or so while you drive around because of what spilled down on the transmission and whatnot, but it's harmless. Last step is to fire it up, let it get up all the way to operating temperature till you hear the fans kick on and off, and make sure there's no leaks. And if there's no leaks, that means you got that housing on right. Everything's good to go. So look forward to several more how-to videos using this car here in the near future. Thanks.